it changed again? There we go. Yeah, yay. That was weird. Hello. Hi. Oh, this sounds weird. This sounds really weird. Cool. Alright, let me exit that. That was not as seamless as I was hoping. I don't know why that music loop did not loop properly. I swear I thought it did. I swear I thought it did it the last time when I listened to it. Hey! Pizza. Indeed, pizza. Ooh. How's everybody doing? I'm very sorry that I'm late. I'm super duper late too, and yeah, I mean, I could explain. I could totally explain, but you know, I'm sure no one really wants to hear the explanation right now. I think everyone currently at this moment in time is just wanting us to get to arguably the most important part of this stream right here. And that is that this stream is indeed a pizza party. I'm gonna just adjust my mic really quick. There we go. The timing on the stream is phenomenal. Phenomenal? Is that like a phenomenal mom? I know I spelled that wrong. Okay. I'm doing quite well, though I am feeling quite crusty, if you know what I mean. Oh, that's a good one, G. Very good one indeed. Time to send you to the death pit for that joke. Just kidding, we won't do that. Instead, we're going to celebrate all together with a pizza party. Yes, that title of the stream is not just a joke or anything. I'm actually having a pizza party. There's pizza right here, right next to me, taunting me, just telling me that, yeah, I know you want to eat me. I know you want to eat me, but you can't. You have to do the intro to your stream, bitch. It's like, I do want to eat you right now. But yeah, we have 2 boxes of pizza, from Little Caesars. Little Caesars Pizza, and they had like this special, which was kind of cool. It was like $5.99 for like 2 pizzas each, so it was like $12 altogether. I didn't even mean to like get that like savings. I was just like really craving pizza yesterday, and then I didn't get it yesterday for some reason, so I ended up getting it today since I was out and about and doing my thing. And by Papa John. No, it's not from Papa John himself. This is from Mr. Caesar, or Kaiser if you're a fan of Fallout New Vegas, where each pizza has been called a trace of another slur in the book. Yeah, that's why I don't go to Papa John's. They always discriminate against me. Yeah, I got you, Cody. Yeah, I got around to reading the message. But all right, enough delay. I'm so freaking hungry right now. I just want to serve myself some pizza. God, I'm trying to think. Did I eat anything today? Let's see. I did eat something today. I ate some Cheez-Its, and that's it. I didn't eat anything else. I just remember because you know, I woke up pretty late today, as per usual. And, you know, I had my whole day planned out. Like, I knew what I wanted to do, but I woke up late, and I was just kind of in a rush to get ready. And, you know, I didn't have a chance to make myself anything, so I just, like, I just had a big box of Cheez-Its with me as I was, like, you know, going about everything in the house, and just, like, getting ready. And so I was just like snacking on that for like a good hour or so. You would think that in that hour I'd, you know, like decide to make myself something, but nope, not the case. I did not. They discriminate me too. Like, I just want 10 pizzas for 69 cents, right? Right? Well, you know, I honestly wouldn't mind getting discriminated against if I could get a deal like that. You know, I would be willing to strike a deal with Mr. John. You know, I'd let him call me whatever he wants as long as I could get my pizza for a really cheap price. Are you on a cut or something? Cut? What do you mean cut? Like a weight thing? Because if that's what you mean, no, I'm not. I mean, I guess like kinda. Like I'm trying my best to not like overeat sometimes, because you know, just eating is a very pleasurable thing, and it always brings joy to people. And sometimes, you know, I'm not hungry and I just eat. And, you know, that's not a good thing, but I'm trying my best to abstain from just eating when I'm bored or when I just got nothing else to do or whatever. So I guess you could say I'm on like a cut or something. Not like a super strict cut, but I'm just trying to not overeat. This is the last of my pizza. Take it from me. Quirky JoJo reference. So how many people are invited to this party of yours? Oh, well, just however many want to come to the party. So far, it seems like there's 5 people. There's 5 viewers right now. So, yeah, I feel like we might have enough for that. You know, I'm kind of glad there's like not 100 people, because if there were, I'd probably would have to like cut it. Like, you know those pizza parties that you'd get in like elementary or middle school? And, they would buy like one pizza because it's coming straight from like the teacher's wallet. They don't get any help from like the school district. So they buy like one pizza because, you know, they're just trying to save money or whatever. You know, we all know teachers are always, you know, they're suffering and they're just barely like just holding on in regards to like monetary stuff. But yeah, you got one pizza and then you got to just cut it into like a billion little tiny slices, and they're like thin slices. I wanted to make a picture of like one of those thin like school pizza party slices as the thumbnail, but I couldn't find one that was in a proper aspect ratio, so that's why I ended up going with the fucking Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not at Chuck E. Cheese, by the way. I'm not in like any like back rooms or whatever. How's friending me on Discord going? Whoa, Xi Jinping 6'7", my god. Thank you again for the 10 gift memberships. Holy moly, dude. Wow. Mo money for Mo... Dude, gee, you already sent me a shit ton of gift memberships the last time. You sent 15 on top of like other super chats, dude. Fuck, that's right. Hold on. I gotta end this. I gotta end it. Whew. All right, I had to end that goal. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, bro's really on a roll, dude. I'm kind of worried for your you know, your financial situation. I hope this isn't like too much for you, dude. But you know, whatever the case, thank you so much, G, for the 10 gift memberships. So a lot of people here got gifted some memberships right now. We got the Real Cody Cola, Gamer Kid 1755, Mason Schmidgel, Alexander Bertolucci, Matthew 4, Monkey Watch 4916, Royalty Tales, Extract. Sorry if I can't say your names properly. I apologize. Winter MP3, Conductor Alto. Congrats to all 10 of you for receiving memberships. With these memberships for Wolf397, you are able to get yourself a cool looking membership icon. You know, going off of GamerKid right now, I see that he has the 2-month membership, I believe that is. And along with that, you also get access to both emotes as well as some exclusive videos. So, for those who got it, enjoy. And again, thank you so much for the gift memberships. Did a reverse robbery. Basically, what is this? Why am I here? I don't know, howdy, but howdy. Good to see you, dude. This is a pizza party, and god damn it, I'm freaking hungry. So I'm going to have to ignore chat right now, and I'm going to serve myself some pizza right this second. Could have gotten one of those gifted memberships if I had accepted gifted memberships on. Didn't even know that was a setting. I didn't know that was a setting either. That's on YouTube. YouTube's an asshole for that. Sorry you couldn't make it this time around. Smacking credit card on table, kid. Put that credit card back in your pants, dude, please. No more, no more. All right, I got myself a slice of pizza right here. I contemplated having a webcam for this, so that way you could see that I'm actually eating pizza right now. Not going to be around too long because I'm having fun with RE6 Co-op. Nice. Welcome, dumb user, and I hope you're having a lot of fun with Resident Evil 6. Without me. Playing co-op without me, you're talking about it. God, it almost feels like you're rubbing it in my face. Just like, haha, you cannot have fun with me. But I'm having fun. And you're not. Pizza sounds good. I had shrimp out. Oh, damn. That sounds good too, Chris. Honestly. Oh, man. Damn. Holy crap. That's hitting hard. That's hitting really hard. Oh. God. I do not care what anyone has to say about Little Caesars. One of the best pizza chains ever. Their pizzas always hit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time of day. It doesn't matter if it's even like a pizza that was made very shoddily. And I've gotten some pretty shitty pizzas from Little Caesars. But every time, it always hits. Honestly, I've talked about it before. You cannot make a bad pizza. Like, of course, if you're intentionally trying, like if you're throwing like septic waste or whatever and like dirty socks onto a pizza, then of course, yeah, you'll get a bad pizza. But if you're just someone that's making a pizza, you know, you're a local pizza chain or you're just some new hire at like Pizza Hut or whatever, it's always going to come out, at the very least, good. Can never mess up pizza. I don't think I've ever had a bad pizza in my life. I've had like not the best pizza, but it's always been like, you know, good enough for me to finish. Sorry you can't join, Rip. That sorry feels very hollow. You didn't even ask me. I'm also gonna have pizza. What? Let's freaking go. Dude, Pizza and RE6? That almost sounds like a night from like 2012 or whatever. Don't force us to be even more hungry by turning on the webcam. Don't you worry, because I do not have a webcam nearby. You know, like I was saying, I wanted to have like a webcam so that way people could see that I'm actually eating pizza. But then I realized that I left my webcam at my brother's house. I just took it back there because I wasn't using it. Until now, when I was like, maybe I should use that. Oh, that's right. I don't have it anymore. Dang it. I see that you decided to put Wolf on that receipt, as I suggested. I know, Gamer Kid. Dude, honestly, quite possibly one of the coolest ideas ever. And I really appreciate you for bringing up that idea to me. So, I took a picture of this receipt I got from Costco during the week. And it was for the Costco, like, food court. And I got it, and I noticed that the order number was 397. So, Gamer Kid here, they replied to my Instagram story, because I put it on my story, and they're just like, dude, you should write Wolf before the 397. And I thought to myself, and I was like, yo. And then I did, and I was like, yo. And it was so cool that I ended up putting it as like the banner for my channel. So, you know, it's not the TV anymore, it's not the CRT or anything, it's just the Costco receipt. So if anyone hasn't seen that yet, I highly recommend checking that out. It looks pretty damn cool, and it's all thanks to GamerKid. So thank you again, GamerKid, for the cool idea. LC is for the people, always for the people. Caesar always fights for the people, except for when it's, you know, in a play from Shakespeare. One part of this song really sounds like Kirby's sucking sound effect. I think I know what part you're talking about. I think it's before the loop starts. Dude, the pretzel crust pizza is actually pretty goated. I got it only once, and I thought it was really good. It was a little salty, but like I really enjoyed like the texture and just like, you know, like biting into it. It had like a crunch to it almost. But unfortunately, like no one that I've had that like pizza with has liked it, so I never really had a chance to get it for myself. I probably could have got it today, but damn, missing the Mountain Dew. 1020, you funny you say that. You know, I made a poll earlier about whether I should go to Little Caesars or Taco Bell. And here's the funny thing. I actually went to both. I went to Little Caesars to get the pizza, but before that, I went to Taco Bell and... You hear that? I got myself a freaking large Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, and... Oh... I only ever had one bad pizza in my life. Lies, I don't believe you. Just kidding. Did you know you could ask for crazy style pizza and they'll put the same seasoning they use for crazy bread all over the... What? Whoa. I actually really like the crazy bread seasoning, so I think I might have to try that the next time I, go to Little Caesars. All right, later, dumb user. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Gotta go for now. Please friend me on Discord. I should probably say, for things like Discord and stuff like that, I tend to, at least for Discord, I tend to not really friend anybody unless I'm at least like really familiar with them. Really, like I spent like a bit of time getting to know them. Like say for example in this chat or whatever, and there's people that I've seen in the chat that I do eventually end up friending on like Instagram or like I said, Discord. But like I said, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Cody. I apologize, but probably in the future when I get more comfortable with you, we could probably become mutuals. But yeah, honestly, that is something that I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Before, back in 2020, 2019, especially with the whole Persona 3 Twitter video going crazy, I remember getting a lot of friend requests and stuff on my social medias. Hey Nick, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I got Little Caesars, and I'm talking about friending people back in 2020 and 2019. Or the lack thereof. But yeah, when I'd get those requests and stuff, I would end up ignoring them because I don't know, it felt kind of odd to me. It felt almost, I shouldn't say parasocial because it was just a dumb meme or whatever. But as the years went on, 2022 and maybe 2023, 24, maybe even 25, I kind of relented and I started to get a bit more comfortable with, friending people and becoming mutuals with viewers and stuff, or people that are familiar with my content. I think that's a good thing for internet privacy or stuff anyway. Did you also friend everybody on PSN or Xbox Live? No, I have not. Has anyone added me on Xbox Live? I know some people have tried to add me on Steam and stuff, and I just ignored them. But yeah, now I'm wondering if I should go back to how I was before where I didn't really become mutuals with pretty much everybody. I don't know, I'm still deciding on it, but I don't want people to get too comfortable because I do know that parasocial stuff does exist. 1020 Shaft, thank you for sending 1 gift membership. I appreciate it, man. And Chris was crossed. Yo, Chris was crossed. Your time has come, baby. Reading your chat a bit late. They might be behind. Yeah, I know. I'm really slow sometimes when it comes to reading chat sometimes, and I apologize for that. I used to think I was pretty quick with it, but no. But also, I haven't really been streaming that often, so I guess I just kind of fell off of that. I used to be an expert, and now I can't even do it. I can't read chat. I can't eat pizza at the same time. I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby streamer. I need those training wheels. Wish I knew where I put those training wheels though. Oh my god. Oh, dude. My lord. That's awesome. Oh. Sorry I swallowed that without chewing it all. Oh. Whew. Where's the Mountain Dew? I need the Mountain Dew. Please save me. I don't want to choke live on stream. I used to add literally everybody on PSN. Yeah, back in the day, sometimes I would get random like requests and stuff, and I would occasionally add them. I remember this one time. So there, for those who are not familiar with the PS Vita, it came with this app on it called Near, and basically this app is, it's almost like the Street Pass equivalent, like the 3DS Street Pass equivalent, but for like the Vita. And so with Near, you were able to like see like an approximate location of like who was around in your local area using like the Vita's GPS and stuff. And I guess like randomly one day this person added me on like PlayStation Network, and you know, they added me, and I was just like, just for the fun of it, I just, you know, accepted his friend request, and he messaged me like literally the moment I accepted it. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Not much. What about you?" He's like, "Not much. I saw you on Near," and I was like, "Oh wait, what?" People still use that thing? I think this was like in 2020, like, no, not 2020. It was like in 2015 or something. So like, it was pretty, well, the Vita didn't really have a long life, but like, I guess for the life that it had, it was pretty deep into its life. So yeah, some random like person added me, and the weird thing was that they were just like, I mean, they didn't like state their age, but I could tell that they were a kid just from the way that they would misspell everything and like their grammar and stuff. I was able to tell that they had to be like maybe like 10 or whatever, or even younger, probably younger. And I remember when like I realized that, and I was like, oh, this is weird. And so I hope that poor kid's doing well. I hope he didn't do that with anyone else and didn't get like freaking like snatched up by like some like predator or whatever. Because man, that kid had a lot of faith in just adding some random person. He probably did add a bunch of like other people. Don't die on us, Wolf. We don't know where we need to send 911. Yeah, I've always wondered about that. You know, things with like swatting and stuff. I always wonder how they get like the location. It's probably like an IP address thing or whatever, but I've always wondered about stuff like that. I don't think there was one person with the Vita in my old area. Yeah, I think they were like the only person that I could see like with the Near app. I might be wrong. I don't know. I didn't really use the app that often, so I don't really have like any fond memories. Like I said, it was just a Street Pass thing, and it wasn't as fun as the 3DS Street Pass. We would never swat you, bro. Okay, how about this? If you don't swat me, how about you send like a pizza delivery guy to me instead? You know, because that used to be a thing, right? For people to do that. Although I guess for that, you kind of have to. Because whenever I think of that, I always think of like prank callers. So you probably have to know the address beforehand. About to drive home from karaoke, but good to drop in for the first time in ages. Hey, Dante, welcome. Sorry to be talking with my mouth full. Here, I'll swallow it so that way I could be respectful. Hey, welcome. Good to see you back again, Dante. And hope you had fun at karaoke. Dude, I've been having a hankering for karaoke recently. And I think it's because I saw like someone doing like a live stream of it on TikTok, and you know, I was thinking about karaoke, and then that had me leading, like, of course, naturally, my brain led to a Rock Band, and I was thinking to myself, like, damn, I haven't really played Rock Band that much, and I think the reason why I had Rock Band on the mind was, don't speak with them. All right, my bad. I'm sorry. It's just I got really excited. Can you blame me, Gamer Kid? I got excited, so I wanted to reply as soon as I could to Dante. You know, I would do the same thing for you. I would do the same. I don't want to wait. I just want to talk to you. I want to talk to everybody because I care. But on the real though, I will swallow this one. Okay, it's gone. It's down my throat now. But yeah, and I think the reason I was thinking about Rock Band is because I was playing Fortnite Festival recently. Because for those who are not in the know for Fortnite, I'm not saying that like I'm always in the know for Fortnite. I barely know what happens with that game, but there's some cool shit going on. And some of that cool shit is they are adding Joker Persona 5 to Fortnite. And that got me kind of like, you know, excited because I feel like if they're going to add Joker to Fortnite, there's probably a big chance that they might end up adding a song from Persona. It probably might be like a song from Persona 5, but you know, whatever the case, a song from Persona anything is still good. So I kind of got a little hyped by that, as well as like all the other stuff. Like they got like they got Sora. Oh god, dude, imagine if they add like a Kingdom Hearts theme to Fortnite Festival. How freaking cool would that? Imagine playing Simple and Clean, or even like Sanctuary or Passion if you're a Nihongo speaker. Imagine playing either of those two. I would love to play freaking Sanctuary. That song would go super duper hard. You know, I feel like it's got like a nice tempo. It's a little bit more on the heavier side compared to Simple and Clean. Fuck me, dude. Epic Games, if you're listening somehow, please make my idea a reality. Please, come on. We also might be finally. I thought Freddy Five Nights was already in Fortnite, or am I wrong? If not, then why? I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's has been so like popular for so long that it should have already been in Fortnite. There may or may not be an upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's and Fortnite collab. Ayo. Oh, that's right. I don't know why I read the abbreviation and thought of Friday Night Funkin'. Dude, if they're gonna put Five Nights at Freddy's in there, they may as well put Friday Night Funkin' in as well. Just put all of those things that like the kids are interested in. Just throw it into Fortnite already. What's the hold up, dude? Epic, hurry up. There's a building in the new season that looks like a Freddy's restaurant. Oh. Sorry. Posted a mystery collab teaser the other day. Ooh. Yeah, it's totally gonna make it in then. Man. Oh yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense because the sorry. That actually makes a lot of sense because of the gaming center theme for this season or whatever. Yeah, it's totally gonna happen. And it fits perfectly in since, you know, pretty much everything that they're adding is like something game related or like an actual franchise, like freaking Tetris. Tetris is like the weirdest thing to add in. I don't know what they were thinking with Tetris. Like, I understand like Kingdom Hearts, I understand Persona, Sonic is a little... Dude, the Sonic model, like, it's cool and stuff. It's kind of crazy that when I talked about Sonic potentially being added to a Fortnite Festival, that we would get like because that's something I talked about in one of the Rock Band Iceberg videos, is if they ever add Sonic to Fortnite, that we might end up getting some music from the series in the Fortnite Festival. But that model, like, the face looks good, the head looks all right, but like everything else just looks so odd. It looks so weird. It looks how Pomni from Amazing Digital Circus or whatever looks, because she is like a weird, like, small little chibi character, but like now she has like realistic proportions in Fortnite. It's really creepy. Funniest thing they could do is make it a Sonic crossover with Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, consider it, like, if they do end up doing that, they may as well just throw like Five Nights at Freddy's into like Fortnite, just from like proxy, because Sonic is in Fortnite, so why not drag him in there too? It only makes the most sense.
This was a crazy anniversary for Five Nights at Freddy's this year.
So I can't believe it. Is it 12? Is it 12 years old? Damn. I cannot believe that. I feel like it should... Is it not, like, older? It really feels like Five Nights at Freddy's came out, like, at the tail end of my high school year. So, like, 2012. So 14 years old, right? Or is it actually, first game was released in 2014? Oh, okay. I don't know why it feels like something that's much older. Maybe just because of like how, like, primitive's not the right word, but it's a very simple game. So, and I know like games back then, like indie games back then, they were like, still, they were still trying to find their footing and stuff. And Five Nights at Freddy's is a indie game.
So it kind of has that vibe.
But congrats with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a fan of the series or anything. I don't play the games because I'm a pussy. But, damn, going on for that long. I'm excited for Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, but I do know about FNAF World. Isn't that the RPG game that they made and, like, everyone hated it or something? Yes. Damn it. Of all like freaking games, it's got to be the RPG that sucks. Like, when I heard about that game and when I read about it, I was like, that's cool. They got an RPG for FNAF? You know what? Maybe I might try playing that. And then I read up on it that it's like the worst thing ever. And I think it was so bad that didn't they like cancel it or whatever? Everyone hated it at first, but it became the most loved just because it was different. Exactly. That's what intrigued me, because it was so freaking weird. It's like, why? Because like Five Nights at Freddy's is like a weird like tower defense game or whatever, how you describe it. So having a spin-off in this genre, it just does not make any sense to me, but I'm here for it. Hey, dumb user, welcome back. I knew you couldn't stay away from me.
You came at the perfect time because I'm about to get myself another slice of pizza.
I know, pretty crazy. This is my second slice. Usually I'm pretty quick when it comes to eating pizzas. I could just eat them like... But yeah, I'm just taking my time. I'm doing what Joker Persona 5 says to do and taking my time. Ugh. Five Nights at Freddy's World was going to get a console and mobile port, but Scott canceled it. Oh. Wait, so is the game, the original game, not the ports or whatever, is that game still like available on Steam or something? Because I assume that they just took it down from everything, that it was that bad, but I don't know. I'm not too like knowledgeable about like the game.
It's not game still.
Oh. But now we're getting a sequel made by Mega Cat Studios, people behind the recent God of War spinoff and Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit game. Ooh, okay. So it's going to be a... I did see a Let's Play of that Into the Pit game, and it wasn't like a full Let's Play, it was just like a couple of like episodes or whatever. the art style in that game is actually really charming. You know, I wouldn't play it, but I'm still, you know, I have to give my kudos to the game developers for that, because it looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. This is probably the most that I've ever talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. And of course, it comes from, like, it comes from the stream. If you're looking for Five Nights at Freddy's game recommendations, play Secret of the Mimic. But I can't, like I said. I can't play Five Nights Funkin', Friday Night Funkin', Five Nights at Freddy's. God damn it. I can't play that game because it's too scary. I've already talked about it before, but I'm a big pussy. I get jump scared really easy. Like whenever someone's like behind me, and I tend to have like my earbuds on like almost all the time when I'm at home. If someone ever like, you know, comes up right behind me, and you know, everyone at this point, like at least in my life, they know to not, you know, like get my attention to too out of the blue, so they try to make them like their presence like made known. But even though they try to do that, they always still manage to scare the hell out of me. I'm also a pussy. Hey, we could be pussies together. Two pussies together, that's like two negatives. So if we get together, we could become a positive. We could do that, and then we could play Five Nights at Freddy's and all kinds of other horror games. I think we should do it. We got a collab, dumb user. I'll start a channel just for us, and we can play all the horror games ever. JK. Five Nights at Freddy's was what literally got me into horror, and I'm almost completely immune to jump scares now. Oh, so this was like a learned skill. I see. Hit me up in 20 years. Dude, by the time that 20 years comes by, I don't even know like if YouTube will be around, or at least it won't even be around the way that it is now. I have to hit you up in like 20 minutes, dude. I can't wait that long. This guy has been going back on his word recently. A long time ago, he said he won't open a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and now there's one opening in New Jersey next year. I heard about that, and it looks cool. At least, you know, from what they've shown so far. I'm surprised that he would say no on that, because considering how, like, merchandised that series is, you would think that he would be, like, on the forefront for getting a Fazbear's Pizzeria made. Because that's like the end game right there. That's a restaurant. It's like, if you do something like that, that's how you know that you're serious about, like, merchandising. So I'm surprised it took this long, but I guess, you know, he didn't want to get into food service. Oh, fair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of red tape and stuff when it comes to that. That's probably why there's not that many like restaurants that are made around like a property. But I guess like for something like Five Nights at Freddy's, it feels like obvious because it's about a pizzeria. Then fans spun that off into people will recreate the lore of the games, like the Bite of 86, dude. The Bite of 2027, dude. I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get their head like freaking bit off by a Fazbear animatronic, and it's gonna be like unironic too. The lore is handled poorly? How so? I thought Five Nights at Freddy's was praised for its lore. Meaning about them jumping people showing up to the pizzeria wearing all purple. Dude, there's gonna be like some freaking guy that shows up in they're gonna show up in like a morph suit, a purple morph suit. If I saw that, I would scream. I don't know much about that guy, but I know he's a bad dude. He's the man behind the slaughter, right?
Maybe having a mid-slice of pizza and seeing a 6-foot yellow rabbit luring kitchen in the back room.
You know, it's kind of funny that, like, the subject of Five Nights at Freddy's, while the thumbnail of this video, as well as the subject for this video, it's a pizza party. Like, I have the Chuck E. Cheese, like, animatronics or not the animatronics, like the characters as a thumbnail, and I'm having a pizza party right now. This is crazy. It's almost like you guys did this on purpose. You guys led me into talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys did this on purpose. I know it. Anyways, I don't think I really talked about what I did today. What led to me being late. So, I know I said I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to talk about it like at the beginning. Because no one wants to hear my BS about it. About me being almost an hour late. But okay, this is what happened. So, I had to go do laundry. And, you know, laundry is it could sometimes be a pretty long process. I tend to try to let my laundry build up, because I feel like I have enough clothes to, like, you know, go for like 2 weeks at like the most. So I had like 2 weeks of clothes just like chilling in my hampers, and I was like, all right, there's a lot of clothes here. I'm gonna have to do something about this. And that's when I went to go do my laundry. And I went to my brother's house because he actually has like a washer and dryer. Unfortunately, here we only have a washer. Before I decided to go to my brother's house to do laundry, I would just hang up like my clothes after washing them. And while that is what they did back in like ye olde Yorkshire times, like 1746 or whatever, it's not a great thing, because for one, it takes like 7,000 years for your clothes to dry, and two, whenever I do that, my clothes get all like super duper like wrinkly for some reason. And I always try my best to make sure that I lay out the clothes or hang them so that way they don't get like, you know, wrinkled. But time after time when I would do that, it would just always end up wrinkled. Buy a good fan. Well, I don't even gotta worry about that because I got my brother's house to help me out with that. Why don't you buy a dryer? Because it's really expensive. I think like the dryers that we were looking at were like, I think like 400, 500? I think like 500 at the most. We don't need like a fancy dryer or anything. But, you know, even then, even though it's not like a fancy dryer, that is still pretty expensive for us. So we're not really able to do that. And honestly, it is kind of nice just like being able to get out of the house and just, you know, go do something. Because I do appreciate being able to like go somewhere and just, you know, have a change of scenery. So I went over and then I was doing my laundry. I was doing my 50 billion like loads of dirty clothes, and it was taking quite a bit. And I didn't expect it to take that long, but man, it took quite a bit. It took quite a while. That never happens to me. Good for you. Unfortunately, I'm very unlucky in life. But yeah, I was doing my loads of laundry, and then I had the amazing idea to take the car to the car wash. I'm currently using it's not my car. It is a car that belongs to my girlfriend, and it's kind of dirty because it's not used. It's rarely used. It wasn't until recently that she's like, you could use it if you need to, and I've been needing to use it. You know, I talked about it before, how I had some health concerns. We won't dive into that. You know, we've already, you know, dealt with that. But when I would have to go see like the doctor or whatever, you know, she wouldn't be able to do that because she'd be like at work or busy or whatever. So I'd just be like, you know, okay, I'll take the car and I'll go do my thing. So I've been using it recently, and it has been quite like helpful for the both of us, you know, for things like doing stuff like this or having to get like food like this, the Little Caesars. It is quite nice. And because it hasn't been used that often, it was really, really dirty. It was so freaking dirty. And like, it was so dirty that I don't usually do this, but when I went to the gas station, I decided to squeegee the window, the windshield, as well as the rear window. And even though I did that, even though I was able to clean the windshield and stuff, like enough to be able to see out of, like the water, when it would like drip down from the windows, it would like get onto like the body of the car, and it would just like, it's like it would combine with like the dirt, and it would just like streak, and it just made the car look even uglier than it already did. So I decided to, you know, be an adult and take care of this motor vehicle. So I went to a car wash, and I've been to a car wash before with like my family, like with my mom, dad, my brothers. But this was my first time ever using a car wash by myself, like on my own. And, you know, I understand the process, but I've never really like did the whole drive, because, you know, it's an automated car wash, so it's like a machine and stuff. Car washes, they are scary. They're not just scary looking, they're scary just in general. Like, I wasn't afraid, like, I was afraid before I even went into the car wash, because for the automated car washes, you have to like drive your car onto like the track, and, you know, I'm not a really good driver. Like, my perception of like where like the car is in relation to the world around me is not the best. So like, I was trying to drive the car onto like the track, and I just didn't do it right. And like the guy like that was standing at the front, he was just like, all right, go left, go right. And he would give me like thumbs up and stuff, because I would like follow his instructions, and he would give me a thumbs up. And, you know, after I did that, I was like, okay, I guess I got it right. I guess it's all good. I put the car into neutral, so that way, you know, the little thing could move my car through the car wash. But when it started to move the car, it's like the wheel or something just like got caught up in the machine, and then like it started like juddering the car around. So I was just like sitting in the car, and it was like vibrating, and it was like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then he's just like started knocking on the window. He's like, he's like, he was doing like the freaking like, he's like, no, don't do that. And he was like signaling me to like reverse and stuff. So I was like reversing, but like I couldn't reverse because the thing was like caught on the tire. So like it was just like a really stressful like time for me dealing with that. But I was able to get the car tire free from like the tracks. And then, like, this time around, I guess he was just a bit more understanding and a bit more patient with me, because I was taking it really slow this time around. He was like, okay, go left, go right, stop. And then I ended up getting it onto the tracks. And, you know, after that horror movie that I was not expecting to step into was over, you know, it went pretty smoothly, and it was quite nice. And there is something really therapeutic about like just being in the car wash by yourself. You know, I didn't have the radio on, I didn't have like nothing, the windows were up, so I couldn't hear any like, you know, outside noise or whatever, except for like the machine. It was pretty cool. It was very therapeutic. And, you know, that car wash lasts like way longer than I remember, because whenever I would go, I would, like I said, I would always go with like my family or like mom, dad, or whatever, or brothers. It felt like that the car wash would go by super quick, but I guess since I had no one to talk to, nothing to really do, because I was just sitting there. There's really not much I could do. What am I supposed to do? I can't drive out. It's like I can't rush the car wash. I can't speed run it. The strange halls of gaming. Shifter edits. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently talking about my first time experience with the car wash, an automated one, while eating a pizza. I don't know if you heard that, but I just took a bite of the pizza. I'll take another bite right now. I'm trying to see what's happening to me. I wanted to try too. Sorry. Sorry. My bad. My bad for those who I've grossed out with my full mouth. Hasn't the pizza got cold by now? Yes, it has. It has gotten cold, but here's the thing, 1020, and this is something that I've also talked about as well. Cold pizza actually goes really hard. I feel like sometimes cold pizza is better than hot pizza, and I know that is quite the hot take. Ironically enough, a hot take. But here's the thing: just there's something about it. There's something about cold pizza that just hits. Unlike any other kind of food that is cold, like hot food that is like ends up becoming cold. I don't know what it is. And here is my favorite type of cold pizza. Okay, this is a very specific scenario, but just imagine, you go to a party, there's pizza at the party, and you happen to stay over because it's like, one of your good friends. Then shit gets crazy, I won't say what shit gets crazy, but shit gets crazy. And, you end up waking up. It's early morning, 7 a.m. or so. Everyone that ended up staying over, they're all still asleep. But, you just wake up and you're all on your own. And, you're feeling a little hungry. So you decide to go into your friend's kitchen or, whatever. And you spot that box of pizza that you saw last night. And, you're just like hoping to God that there's something still in there. You open it, there's still some pizza. But it's cold pizza now. It's room temperature pizza. But, man, you're groggy. You still feel the sleepies in your eyes. You might even be a little hungover. Maybe even drunk, depending on how, late into the night that you drank. Well, you take that pizza. It's hard to rip off because it's all, frozen solid. You take that pizza, and you shove it in your gullet, and my God, it's like the best possible pizza ever. Early morning after party pizza is the best shit imaginable. How was the experience? Shift to edits. I'm sorry, I went on that big old spiel about cold pizza, but and I was talking about it. I'm assuming that you're talking about the car wash. It was kind of scary at first because, I was having some trouble getting my car on the tracks, and I was freaking out. I'm surprised that I didn't fuck up the car. It sounded like I fucked up the car too, because I remember when I got out of the car wash, and when you reach the end, it tells you to wait. It's got the yellow light, and then when you're ready to go, when you're ready to put in to drive, it turns green. And when I started to drive, I thought I heard this noise that I don't think I ever remember hearing from the car before. So I hope to God that car wash didn't fuck up the car, because if it did, oh man, I'm gonna have to pay a lot of money to fix that thing up. But I understand now how to get the car onto the tracks now. So hopefully next time that I use the car wash, I don't end up fucking up the car again, or end up making some poor minimum wage workers' life miserable. Because man, I felt really bad, because not only was I dealing with shit, but he was too. He was probably thinking of himself. He's like, oh my God, this person is gonna be the first person in my career to just destroy their car on the track. It could depend on the brand, but I still think something like Domino's and Little Caesars tastes good cold still. Yes. At the very least, Little Caesars. I know I've had the local pizzeria chain, their cold pizza, and it always hits. Not as much as, not gonna lie, actually, I feel like the local pizzeria, which I always gas up and I always talk about being better than any other pizza around, while it still tastes good cold, I think Little Caesars has it beat in regards to cold pizza. Like, it's just that weirdly specific, I guess. You might be onto something, dumb user. That'd be the one thing that would wake me right up. I want my pizza to be extra cheesy and stringy, so I always have it hot.
That's understandable. You know, there are some downsides to, you know, cold pizza. You know, like the crust can be hard. The cheese could, like, I don't know, be kind of weird tasting.
Okay, let's deal. Once more. All right, later, dumb user. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great time playing Resident Evil 6. I'm assuming you're going back to RE6. Could be wrong. You could just be going to bed. But whatever you're doing, I hope you have a good one. But anyways, after I finished up with the car wash, most car washes, they tend to have like vacuums and stuff. And I don't know why I didn't decide to vacuum up the car. I think I just wanted to go back to my brother's already. But, you know, like I said, this car is one that hasn't been used in so long. So, like, the inside is really dirty. And I could have taken that chance to just use the freaking thing, the freaking vacuum for free, by the way. They just give that shit for free. I know it's air, but it's a vacuum. Does YouTube actually have a messaging feature, by the way? No, I'm not fucking with you, dude. YouTube actually does have a messaging feature that they added, I don't want to say recently, but I believe it was in beta for like the past year or something. And it wasn't until recently that at least I, as well as a few other people that I know, like in the real world, got a hold of. Like, I know my girlfriend has it, and I know my mom has it. I don't know about my brothers. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing, gamer kid. If you don't see it, then either it's not available to everyone yet, or because it's at the top of the screen when you open the YouTube app. So you just see like a little, you know, a little messaging bubble. It should be up there. But trust me, I'm not messing with you. I know I've messed with people in the past, but trust me, I'm telling the truth this time. Please, please, please believe me, gamer kid, please. I'm going back in for more pizza. I got another slice. This pizza is getting pretty cold. They used to have a DM feature back in 2017, and it's how I stayed in touch with one friend who didn't have a phone. I mean, that's how I stay in touch with like almost everybody now. Everyone except for like immediate family. Like cousins, you know, my friends, mutuals online. I mean, for like mutuals online, I really don't have a choice. I don't have like their number or anything. But for pretty much almost everyone in my life, I tend to just talk with them through like Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Not really YouTube or anything. I think the only person I've, you know, used the modern YouTube DM feature with is, like I said, my girlfriend and my mom. But yeah, back then there was also like a messaging feature for YouTube, like even before that, like early YouTube, you had like the ability to private message people, so you could send like private messages and stuff. And I remember I would sometimes get like messages from like random people that were hating on me for like the Cliff video, because, you know, that was the only thing I was known for back then. And I remember for that actually, I have a pretty... Sorry, I'm dying from the food that's in my throat right now. I remember that this one time, in regards to the Cliff video, because the Cliff video was like doing numbers back then, and I remember I got like a private message from some random, I think like some music group or something. I don't remember their name, and I don't have their message anymore because YouTube just torched that entire feature. They didn't save it for anyone. But I remember I got a message from them, and they were just like, "Hey, bro, we noticed you got a cool animation that's popping off right now. How about we make a deal? How about..." And basically they were just like, "All right, so if you put one of our songs to replace the song that's in your video," because I guess this was back when like YouTube had the capability of just like, you know, I thought it was like a recent thing, but I guess back then you could also still like change the audio for like a video, probably for like things like copyright stuff. But yeah, they're just like, if you change it to this song, we'll give you $100. And at the time, because I made that video in like 2008 or whatever, so I was like, what? Let's see, 2008. I was born in... I was like 13 years old, so $100 to me, that may as well have been like $1 million to me. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. People want to pay me money for my videos? Imagine that, right? But yeah, and I remember like I was like, oh, I want to do it. But then I thought to myself, I was like, but if I do that, then it's gonna get rid of the song that, like, that's the whole point of the video, because it's the song that was used in the original The Cliff video. 100 was a lot in 2000. Probably, yeah. But like I said, for like a little kid, like a 13-year-old that didn't have a job or like did chores or whatever, at least chores that made him money, like that would have made me like a millionaire pretty much. Like, no joke. And like you said, $100 was a lot in 2008. I probably could have bought like let's see, I probably could have bought like 2 Wii games or something. Let's not include tax in that. That'll ruin everything. But yeah, I ended up not going through with it, as of course, because, you know, I just had my, you know, I had my integrity. I couldn't just sell out the video for a little bit of money that would go away potentially in an instant, especially knowing me. I was not good with money back then, even though I did save all my lunch money. Did you guys do that when you guys were kids? Did you guys ever like save your lunch money that your parents would give you just to, like, you know, buy things? That's what I would do back then. When I got into middle school, because that's when they started like charging us for food and all that. My mom was just like, "Okay, son, I'm sorry to say, but I have to give you money now. So I'm gonna give you like $25 a week or whatever." It was like $5 a day or something. So 25, I think, altogether. And instead of buying myself food, I would just save it up. Occasionally, I would get like something from the snack bar. So I'd buy like fucking like M&Ms. And in high school, they actually had, you know, coincidentally enough, at the snack bar at my high school back then, they had Little Caesars Crazy Bread. So you just straight up buy Crazy Bread for, get this, it was like $2.50. $2.50. You wouldn't get like sauce or anything, but $2.50, or maybe even less now that I think of it. I think it was just like straight up $2. But yeah, outside of that, like the occasional like candy or Crazy Bread, I would save my money, and I would just like buy games after I save it, like for a good 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. And I remember that pissed my mom off so much, and she's like, "You were supposed to be using that money for food." And I was like, "No, but I'm okay. I'm not hungry, Mom." I say as I was like as skinny as like a fucking like like piece of lead from like a lead pencil. Yeah, so I would save my money. She wouldn't be happy about it. Thankfully, my brother actually he came to my rescue, and I remember my mom was getting on my ass about that, and you know, it just so happened that my brother was there, and you're just like, "But Mom, you know, isn't this a good thing? Because, you know, Wolf is learning the value of the dollar. He's learning, you know, something good. He's learning how to save his money for that which may be better than something immediate, like food. And I think that actually changed her mind on the whole like thing, because I remember she didn't really get on me for that anymore. So based brother for that. I still remember that to this day because I thought that was really epic. Randomly on my For You page, hey Trooper Zero, welcome to the stream. I'm just talking about a bunch of random bullshit, and I'm eating Little Caesars pizza. We are having a pizza party. You know, no emphasis on party because none of you guys are getting any of this pizza right here. This is just for me and me only. Rubs my fat fucking greasy belly. We all love Little Caesars, right? I'm glad that you love Little Caesars as well, Trooper. Because, you know, I know there's some people out there that they just hate on Little Caesars just because it's cheap and not the best pizza in the world. But for the price and, you know, the taste, it doesn't taste bad. So you're getting like a good pizza for, you know, like $9. I mean, like when I got the pizza today, it was thankfully like a special. So it was like $5.99 for like 2 pizzas each. So $12. I got like 2 pizzas. And these are like mostly full-size pizzas. So that is a good saving. That is a good deal for a lot of food. Time to direct back to what happened after the car wash. I'm so sorry about that, Gamer Kid. I know you're so desperate to hear about what happened after the epic car wash adventure. So I'll get to it. I got a fat chicken burger next to me. Ooh. How fat are we talking? Are we talking obese chicken burger? Or overweight chicken burger? Tell me more, 1020 chef. I don't have a fetish, by the way. When I was younger, I used to always get pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars after. Oh, that's cool. That's a cute memory right there. When I was younger, I remember like almost every Friday, my dad would get for me as well as because this was when he was still seeing like a girlfriend or whatever back then, and she had like 2 kids. So he would get all of us like a shit ton of Little Caesars for on Friday, almost every Friday. And you know, since this was back when Little Caesars was like really cheap, this was like 2007 or whatever. Little Caesars was hella cheap back then. So it was like $50, and he would get like 5 pizzas and like 2 things of crazy bread, like 2 of those Italian cheese breads, as well as like, you know, a couple 2 liters of soda, and that would be like 50, maybe a little less. And God, man, just thinking about that, holy crap. Wow, everything's so expensive now, but that's okay. That's fine. We'll make it through this. But yeah, I have that memory of my dad getting us pizza almost every Friday. It was so cool, and I loved it. Especially, dude, the Italian cheese breads. Those are my favorite. I tend to not get them as often because those tend to give me the runs, and I don't really feel like getting diarrhea now. I say as I'm eating pizza that's covered in cheese. Double fillet, so it's thick. Ooh, that is thick. Oh God, that's making my mouth water. I should not be swayed. I shouldn't regret my choice of pizza. 1020. You will not sway me like that. As tasty as a double fillet chicken burger sounds, holy crap, that sounds good. I will not be swayed. I will not be swayed. I will be proud of what I purchased, and what I purchased is good shit. No, I don't want to trade. Maybe I could give. What if I give you like 2 pizzas and you give me like half of the burger? Or I could give you like a full pizza. Hey, Ahmad Muadazin Benabdul Rahman. Hey, welcome to the stream. You give pizza, I offer you burger. I give you pizza. You have it now. Still freezing like a champion, sharp, rusted out and dead. Samsung turned into an ant tomb. What? I'm sorry. I don't know if I had a stroke or if you had a stroke. What do you mean? Oh. Oh, wait. Are you talking about like TV brands or something? I'm sorry. I'm pretty dang confused. Fridge? Oh. Fridges? You know, I'm not a big fridge fan. Like, I like having a fridge. It's nice that it keeps my food cool, but I've never really looked too deeply into the brands. But I think the fridge that I have is like a Kenmore or something. I don't know. I'm not deep into the fridge fan war or anything, but I'm happy to see that you have a passion. That's wonderful. That's great. But yeah, I'm sorry if I cannot really I can't really take part in that conversation. I'm gonna take a big bite out of my pizza.
Oh man, this one had like a lot of pepperoni.
Sorry, I just remembered. My bad. Gamer Kid. Everyone. I have to talk about the epic conclusion to my story. So, after the car wash, after I decided to not vacuum the super duper dirty car, at least on the inside, it's super duper clean now. I should have took a picture because I was like so... I mean, I didn't know it, like, you know, when I was driving on the way back, but when I got back to my brother's house and I got out of the car and I just took a look at it, it was like freaking night and day. It looked like an entirely different car because it's a white car. It is a white car, and it was just covered in dirt, dust, like bird shit. It was covered in so much crap, and you know, it was so bad that it didn't even really look white. It kind of had like a yellowish look to it. But after that, when I got out and I looked at it, it was like clean, pristine, white. It was like so white that it was like hurting my eyes looking at it. And I was like, what the fuck? But also, this is awesome. So yeah, I am really glad that I got that car wash for that car, because man, it looks so good right now. It looks so awesome. I am not looking forward to it getting dirty or dusty like in the next 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. But hey, at least right now, it's clean enough to eat off of. Not that I would. You know, I'm inside and, you know, I have a plate and stuff. I don't know. It's just inconvenient. But it is clean enough to eat off of. But anyways, when I got back into the house, you know, I left while I was doing like the laundry and stuff. So like the washer was going, the dryer was going, and the washer had finished, and you know, I had to wait for the dryer, and it was taking quite a bit, you know, because it was already like 7:50 or something when I got back, and I was already thinking to myself, I'm like, what time is the stream supposed to start? I went to the waiting room, and I saw that it was set to 9 or something, and I was like, oh no, it was set to, wasn't it set to 8? Guys, anyone that's here, if anyone is here right now that was here during the waiting room, what time did I have it set to? I think it was either 8 or 9. Whatever the case, it ended up, like, my laundry ended up taking so long that, you know, by the time it finished, I think I was already like 45 minutes like late, and you know, I still had to pick up everything. So I still had to pick up like my pizza, and then like on the way to the pizza, I decided to get myself a, you know, a soda from Taco Bell. So that was like, you know, 15 minutes on top of that. And then I had to drive back home. And like by the time I got home, I think it was already like 9:20 or something. It was pretty freaking late. But yeah, when I got home, I had to put everything away. I had to, you know, get the computer ready. I had to get the microphone ready. It was just a whole ordeal, and I'm so sorry. And now we're here where we're at right now. We're here, we're vibing, we're eating pizza, and yeah, we were really late. That might be like one of the latest that I've been, at least in recent memory. I know, like, recently, these recent streams, I just start them like almost immediately after that I would fix up the waiting room. So I apologize for those who were like waiting at the actual waiting room. My bad. Sorry. Malaysians have the best cars. Really? You know, I don't really know, but you know, if you say that's the case, I'm willing to believe you. I always thought that like Japan has the best cars because they're the ones that make like Honda, right? Like Toyota, maybe even Subaru. I actually don't know about Subaru. Pack up, boys. We're going to Malaysia, dude. Can we go to like a country where like there's like a huge like emphasis on riding motorcycles? I always wondered what it's like riding a motorcycle in those countries where like everyone's driving like the motorcycles. Oh, also there's this I don't know what country it is, but there's like this this country where there's like a huge like just like there's like this road where like a bunch of motorcycles are just constantly driving through, and like the locals and stuff, they walk through it like it's nothing. Like they don't have to like dodge out of the way like they're playing like Crossy Bird or whatever. They're just like they just walk in there like it ain't no big deal. And I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? What? That's crazy. But I wonder, like, you know, pushing that craziness aside, I wonder what it's like driving in that huge like swath of like motorcycle drivers. Like, how chaotic does that have to be? Like, I'm pretty sure it's like bumper to bumper too. You're probably not even accelerating. Probably someone behind you is just like driving up against you, and that person is being driven up against by like another like motorcycle driver, I would assume, because it's like a lot of motorcyclists. But I've always like thought, man, it must be cool going around in a country like that where there's an emphasis on driving around on motorcycles. At least if you're just like a single person. Like if you have a family, then of course you kind of have to use like a car to tote them around. I mean, I guess you could like tie like a rope to like your children and drag them along with the motorcycle. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. But yeah. I've always wanted to get a motorcycle. You know, I know that they're super duper dangerous and people could just like absolutely just get turned into like a red mist if they're not careful while driving a motorcycle, but I always thought it would be cool. And I remember like back then, like maybe less than 10 years ago, like I think me and my brother were just like, we were like really into like wanting to get like a motorcycle. And we're just like, man, dude, imagine like if we got motorcycles and we just drive around and stuff. And we popped the idea up to like our mom, and she'd be like, "No, you will not drive a motorcycle. You are gonna get fucking killed." And we're like, "But mother, we'll look super cool doing it. We're gonna get our motorcycle licenses and everything." And of course, that never really transpired. And especially, you know, now after seeing like how dangerous it could be, like driving a motorcycle, dude. I used to be a cyclist. Just like a regular bicyclist, and getting in an accident on a bicycle is bad enough. I do not want to imagine what it's like getting into an accident driving like something like a bicycle, but it's going like 40-50 miles an hour. I do not want to risk it at all. Like, it's a fun idea, like, you know, to think about and just like fantasize about, because, you know, everyone knows that when you get on a motorcycle you become like 30% cooler. But in reality, I don't think I ever would do it. I'll just drive around in like a freaking family sedan. I'll just play it safe. Take a swig of my Mountain Dew. And I'll take a big bite out of my pizza.
I'll take 2 bites. I'm feeling a little greedy right now. Oh yeah. Thumbs up emoji. Thumbs up emoji. My lord. Oh god. That is some good stuff.
Oh yeah. Recently, do you have garlic sauce with your pizza? No. I tend to not really eat my pizza with any like additional stuff. Back then, I used to add like Parmesan cheese and stuff, but outside of that, not really. I did sometimes like whenever I'd go to Little Caesars and I get like crazy bread, like the workers and stuff, they would force the crazy sauce onto me. And they'd just be like, here you go, take it. I'm like, but I didn't order any crazy bread with crazy sauce. And they're just like, take it. Just take the fucking sauce. Please, please, take the sauce. And I was like, okay, geez, man, dude, I'll take it. Just don't kill me over it. But whenever I'd get like sauce, just like from happenstance like that, I would dip the pizza in there as well as like the crazy bread. And it would taste pretty good. But yeah, I tend to be a very plain guy. And honestly, that goes for like other stuff as well. Like, you know, hot dogs, I eat plain as could be. I don't really put any like garnishments or anything on them. Like at the most I'll do is like maybe some chili, but outside of that, yeah. So like that, let's see, what else do I eat plain? Actually, there's really not that many other things that I would eat plain. I was thinking about like like pasta, but I always tend to have like sauce with my pasta. Sausta, if you will. The Proton Xora Bold CFE is a 7-seater turbocharged car. Incredible. I think I know about half of those words. I know what the word bold means. That means a font that is really thick. Fair enough. Personally, garlic mayo is a peak condiment. I would not be surprised. I have been curious about like the garlic sauce, especially the stuff that they have at like not John's Incredible, Papa John's, because they also have like garlic sauce there, right? And I heard it's like one of their more famous things that they have at Papa John's. I actually don't even know what else they have at Papa John's. Is there anything else that Papa John's serves that's like actually they're well known for outside of the sauce? If there is, please let me know. I don't want to like whittle that poor Papa John into nothing but just a condiment. There's got to be more, right? They have to have like bread knots, right? I don't know. It just goes well with so many things. I'd imagine so. I mean, garlic in general goes well with many things. You know, you got garlic bread, you got garlic butter, which I didn't know was a thing until like maybe like last year. Because I remember we went to Walmart and we were just like fucking around and we were just like, what if we get some groceries here? And then we were coming across the bakery aisle and we saw some French bread and I was like, dude, base, we gotta get it. And then my girlfriend's just like, dude, we gotta get garlic butter. And I'm like, garlic butter? She's like, yeah, this shit. And then she got it and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. And we got the garlic butter and we would just spread that shit all over like the French bread. I would make us garlic bread all the time and it was peak snack. Although it would end up not turning into a snack, it would be a full-on meal because we'd eat like two things of garlic bread each. It was just that good. I couldn't help myself. I only had Domino's in my entire life. Really, Ahmad? I don't know where you live, Ahmad, but if you live anywhere that has a Little Caesars, which I'm currently eating right now, just gotta say, big recommend. Big recommend. Large recommend. In fact, I'll show you how good it is by taking a bite right now. Oh yeah. Oh my god. My taste buds, they're just in ecstasy right now. So good. Oh. If I'm not careful, my entire body might be in ecstasy, if you know what I'm saying. Just kidding, I'm not going to orgasm from eating Little Caesars. But that would definitely be a stream clip if I've ever seen one. Why aren't you a food critic? What? After what I just said right now, you want me to become a food critic? I would be laughed out of the industry, man. I'd be blackballed hella. I cannot be a food critic. Honestly, I don't think I can really be a critic in general. I don't feel like I'm very good when it comes to critically analyzing things. Like, of course, you know, I can enjoy stuff. I can understand why I would like something. I would personally like something, but I can't really put into words properly why I like things, why things are good, why especially why things are bad. I don't think I'm really good at that. And you know, I feel like because I haven't really done a lot of them, but like the quote-unquote tech reviews that I have on my channel, yeah, whenever I see them, I just think to myself, like, I'm not really very good at describing what makes something good or bad. Like, I don't know, maybe I just don't have like the vocabulary, maybe I just don't understand how to articulate my feelings. You're Malaysian? Good for you, man. I don't know if Little Caesars is in Malaysia. I should probably check right now. I should check for your sake, because Little Caesars will change your life, man. If you only ever had Domino's, once you get Little Caesars, you will be a changed person. Little Caesars, Malaysia. Oh. What? Holy shit. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is that stupid Google AI stuff. I can't trust this. Okay. So apparently, Ahmad, you might be happy to hear this, but apparently Little Caesars, they opened their first location in Malaysia literally this year in May 24th, 2026. They opened it up in Damansara Utama, Petaling Jaya. Man, I probably butchered that hella. I'm so sorry. Hi, I ate Domino's today. Do you hate me? No. I might just judge you heavily, Plasma, but I don't hate you. You know, in fact, I don't hate you, but I do feel sorry for you. Because you could have had the absolute greatness that is the tiny Caesar. You could have had tiny Caesar in your mouth, but instead you took the big D. And you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's, you know, it's, your life isn't over, but boy, do I feel sorry for you. I'm just kidding. Domino's is not that bad. It took the what? Oh, actually, that doesn't sound good, right? My bad. I take back what I just said, Plasma. I apologize. You didn't take anything. You all you did was just eat 8 Domino's. That's it. My bad. We'll just forget that ever happened. But yeah, Domino's is good. I've only had it, you know, very sparingly in recent memory. I think the last time I had it personally was, I think it was in like 2023. So 3 years ago. And it wasn't bad, but you know, when I was eating it, I kind of just like, you know, was just thinking to myself, man, I kind of wish I was eating like either Little Caesars or the local pizzeria joint that I just love so much. I'm from Sungai Manggis Bating, Selangor, Malaysia. Oh. Elsie apparently closed its last shop in the UK. What? No way. You'll never experience greatness. I'm so sorry, 1020. You're gonna have to move to America, man. And I know that sounds like a threat, but I just want everyone to be happy, you know? You know, you could go to Little Caesars, you could get some pizza, and you could get shot up at a... I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. That is a bad joke. That's not a funny joke either. That's just a lame... That's a lazy-ass joke. And I'm American, too, so I should be better when it comes to making jokes about my own, like, country. Anything for pizza? No. You don't need to come to America. It's okay. You should stay put in the UK. It's probably better there. But yeah, nothing wrong with anyone eating Domino's, Pizza Hut, local pizzerias or anything. If you're eating pizza, just know that you are eating something good. It's always good. Pepperoni pizza is honestly the best. It is. I'm actually not eating like straight up pepperoni pizza. What I ended up getting was I got shredded pepperoni. It's shredded pepperoni and apparently some other stuff that was sprinkled on top of it. I don't know what that other stuff is, but whatever it is, it tastes freaking good.
It kind of reminds me of so for the new Spider-Man movie, they Little Caesars did like a new type of pizza. They call it like Webberoni, and they have like shredded pepperoni on there, and I think that's literally just what this is. That is good. Honestly, I might prefer it compared to like normal pepperoni. Based Little Caesars. Speaking of Spider-Man, I've had a hankering for watching like the new movies, because recently I already watched Brand New Home, or whatever it's called, Brand New Day. I watched that movie recently. I already talked about it in a stream, but I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a fair bit, more than I was expecting. So after I watched it, like, you know, as like the week went by, I ended up having like a, you know, just like an urge to watch the new like MCU Spider-Man movies. So like Homecoming, Far From Home, I think, and No Way Home. And I haven't gotten around to it, but I definitely might end up doing it either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Especially that Homecoming movie. I remember, because I did watch that movie in theaters, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. It was pretty funny, and it was kind of cool seeing like some random people that I recognize. Like, I think freaking, what's his name, Hannibal Buress, the dude from the Eric Andre show, he was in there, and that guy's always funny. And there's like some other people, I think, like, oh yeah, Michael Keaton's in it too. And I was like, what? That's the Batman. What's he doing here? Try Chrome OS Flex on a laptop. It's from Google. It's super lightweight, but there's no app store. That is a bit of a deal breaker right there, Ahmad. Because you know, I kind of need an app store. I feel like that's pretty limiting. I mean, you could probably end up sideloading like the app store or a app store onto something like that, but you know, that's like not officially supported, and I'd prefer if, you know, it is something that is officially supported. Well, good to know that it's super lightweight. Stuff like that could be really useful, especially for people that do like project builds and stuff, like Raspberry Pi stuff, I guess. It has Linux built into it. Ooh. Oh. I went to Joe's Pizza once in NYC. They were featured in Spider-Man. Ooh. Oh, a famous pizzeria. Wait, which Spider-Man though? The new ones are like the Tobey Maguire one, or the Andrew Garfield one. Which one's it? Which one is it? Tell me. I need to know, or I'll go fucking crazy. I'll end up just looking it up myself. I'm not gonna go crazy. Spider-Man 2. There's like three Spider-Man 2s, so I'm gonna need you to be a bit more specific. But I will assume that you're talking about the Tobey Maguire one. But hey, cool. Good on them. That's cool. That kind of reminds me of fucking, what's that one? Does anyone remember that time that there was like the Academy Awards, and I know that her name has been like, it's been just cursed after, like, you know, I don't know, like in 2023 or whatever. But when Ellen DeGeneres, I think she like called up like a pizzeria to like get them pizza for like the Academy Awards, and then they had like the delivery guy go, and then they, you know, they went in, they gave the pizza to like fucking Ben Affleck or whatever, and then that pizzeria like exploded or whatever. That's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, but like on a much cooler scale. Because you're featured in Spider-Man. That's like top art right there. And Spider-Man 2, you know, I was saying top art, but that's like peak art. That's like the best art right there. Probably Spider-Man 2 would be the best movie out of that trilogy. I always thought that Doc Ock was like a really cool villain. There's something about it. Maybe it's just because Alfred Molina is just really charismatic. But it just resonated more with that movie. Damn, now I want to watch the Tobey Maguire movies now. Thanks a lot, 1020. Just kidding. You'd be doing me a service, honestly. I've been wanting to watch more movies and stuff lately. I actually have been watching sorry, I gotta swallow all this. That way I don't like choke to death. But I've actually been watching a lot of Kamen Rider recently. Because my girlfriend's really into like tokusatsu. Like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers. She's into that. But, you know, I am personally not super into tokusatsu. I understand the appeal, and I think it is cool. And there are some things about tokusatsu that I think is really cool, and some series that I do think are kind of appealing. And one of those series is Kamen Rider. I always thought that Kamen Rider seemed the most, I guess, I don't know, the most intriguing to me. Ultraman Tiga is a tokusatsu show. Yeah, old stuff like that, like Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers. If we want to bring in Spider-Man, there's the old Japanese Spider-Man. That's tokusatsu as well. But yeah, and because I have like a fascination and intrigue for like Kamen Rider, we decided to watch one of the series, and the one that we're currently watching right now is 01. And personally, you know, I the first Kamen Rider thing that I ever watched was the original Kamen Rider from like 1973 or whatever. And the reason that I wanted to check it out so badly was because of the main guy in it. Because he, you know, of course, he's the first Kamen Rider, but also he is the guy who portrays the very famous Sega Saturn mascot, Segata Sanshiro. And so that's what I personally know him for. And, you know, everyone else that's like a sane individual, they know him for like Kamen Rider and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to check it out because, you know, I'm a big Sega guy. Just kidding, I'm not really. But I'm a big Segata Sanshiro guy. He's a badass. And I remember watching it, and it's really dated. It's not as like technologically advanced as the new series and seasons that they have going on right now. And it's also a little weird because they have like Nazis in that show. And you know, I think it's cool, you know, because they get their ass kicked, but it's still really odd. It's still really strange. But yeah, I was into it. I was getting into it, but unfortunately my girlfriend wasn't a big fan of it because, of course, you know, it's fucking old. It's really old. Like I said, it's from like 1971 or whatever. But I liked it. But, you know, I wanted to watch something that, you know, she would also be interested in too. So she recommended, you know, checking out 01. And we checked it out. And so far I've been getting into it like much more than I was expecting to. You know, like, of course, like the fights are cool. The transformations are cool. The story is also really interesting because it deals with like AI. And I don't know if she chose that one on purpose, but man, watching that show, which she said came out in like 2019, and comparing it to like now, it is so eerily like reminiscent of like what's going on at this moment in time. Like, you know, there's AI that's taking over for like like actors and stuff. There's AI taking over for like voice actors, for like artists, taking over for other industries, other like trades and all that. And like one of the things that like the people are struggling with, they're just like, oh, they shouldn't be doing that. AI shouldn't, they don't got no soul. They shouldn't be making food. They shouldn't be doing this. They shouldn't be doing that. And that's what it feels like right now. And I do agree with like that AI, especially like generative AI. I won't harp on it too much, but generative AI that's made for like fucking making art and videos and all that shit, it's lame. Yes, Ahmad, I agree. AI slop is the definition of laziness. I am not a big fan of AI. It could be used in some good instances, such as like in the medical field, but the people that like AI, they don't care about it being used in the medical field. They just care about being able to make stupid images and stuff with it. And no, just make those images yourself. It's really not that hard. I mean, if I could do it, anyone can. But anyways, so that show is it's really topical and relevant like right now. And I'd see that stuff and I'd be like, oh my God, that's literally what's happening right now. And, the thing is like the show is, it follows. So the show follows, the main protagonist is like this guy who is the son of a AI corporation that makes the AI. They make these androids, these robots, and they're the ones that do the stuff like taking over for jobs and all that, or doing other stuff like that. So he ends up taking over for the company, and it's really hard to tell what their stance is on like AI and stuff. It's like I can't tell if this is like pro AI or like against AI. It's probably like a mixture of both. And it definitely does feel like it, but there are some instances where they're just like, oh, AI is incredible. It could be used for this, it could be used for that. This is amazing. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, I like your series. I like your Kamen Rider series, but can we cut it with the pro AI stuff? You're making me uncomfortable. But, even though that's the case, it's still a lot of fun. It's really silly, which, I learned that Kamen Rider is it's mainly a children's centric series. It's made for like kids because it like promotes toys and stuff, and those toys look really cool. My girlfriend has like a lot of like toys for like Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and they're really well made. It's pretty interesting, and I'd play with them. I remember like checking them out, and I was like, damn, I think I get it now. I think I understand. I want one of these things. What's your PC setup? You mean like the specs, or I'm gonna assume that you're talking about specs. So I have a 3080 Ti. I have a Intel i9 10850K for the CPU. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I really wish that I got another 32 gigabytes like 2 years ago, because shit, that stuff is really expensive. When I bought the RAM back in like 2021 or 2, it was like $50 for that 32 gigs. And now that same RAM, it's not even like fancy RAM or anything. This is just like peasant RAM. There's not even like RGB on it. That same RAM is like $450 now. I remember looking at it recently because I kind of went on a tiny little Amazon shopping spree, and I was like, I'm curious. Let's take a look at my past orders and see how much everything has risen in cost. So I was looking at like the RAM that went up to $450, so a $400 price increase, which is fucking insane to think about. And I ended up taking a look at my hard drive, because I have a separate hard drive that I have stuff like footage and all that on, so that way I don't like fill up my main storage for my computer. That thing was like $200, I believe, in 2021-ish. So it was $200, and now this is a 12 terabyte hard drive. Now, I believe that thing is like $500 now, at least for a 12 terabyte hard drive. I don't think they sell that model that I purchased anymore, but for a similar size, it's like $500. I was planning to get new RAM for my Asus. SATA SSD is faster than HDD. Much faster, yeah. Much faster, but also much more expensive. Way expensive. In fact, another thing that I'm really, really happy that I got the jump on was my SSD that I bought for my PS2. Because when I was doing the whole like messing around with the PS2 for PSBBN, it was recommended to get a SSD because at the time I only had a normal like hard drive, like a normal physical hard drive that spins and all that. So I was just like, I'll just follow the directions and just get a SSD. So I managed to get myself I believe it's 500 gigabytes, either 500 or 256 gigabytes that I got myself. But it was like around $40 something. And you know what? I'm just curious. I'm going to take a look right now and see just how much in price it's risen. I bought this last year, so it can't have gone up that much, right? Let's see. Where's my orders? There you are. SSD. Show me. Okay, so. Oh, so it was a 500 gigabyte. Damn. Damn, I went too hard. Okay, so right now it's $90. Whoa, holy shoot. Okay, so when I bought this 500 gigabyte SSD, get this, it was only $29. And this was in 2025, September 2025. So that thing went up. Holy crap, that thing went up $60? 60 freaking, oh my god. Oh, I am so glad that I decided to do PSBBN at the time that I did. My lord. God. And they say that this like price hike for like memory and stuff is gonna last like past 2027, like 2028 maybe. The PS2 always has our backs. I guess you're right. Yeah, thank you, PS2. I appreciate you. You are the best console ever, and nothing could ever take that title from you, ever. Not even the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch will never outsell you. Mark my words. But yeah, I also saw my computer SSD is right here too when I looked it up. So I'm gonna take a look at that and see how much that costs now. So I bought that SSD in 2020. It's a 2 terabyte. And this was back when, you know, NVMEs and stuff were really expensive. And because they were still like kind of new. They were kind of new. And that's what kind of led me to buying NVMEs. Because I wanted like the new in thing. Something that was future proof. And when I bought it, it was... without tax, it was $333, which is a lot of money for a 2 terabyte SSD. That's not that fast. But let's see. Let's take a look at an equivalent because they don't sell this one anymore. Okay, so it looks like the newest like version, whatever equivalent that we could get for this 2 terabyte NVMe, it is currently $370. So it actually went up in price. And I know for a fact that it went down in price as the years went on. Like as the years went on and like technology progressed and NVMe's got a lot more common and a lot faster and a lot more accessible. That price rose, it lowered, and I believe it reached like $180 up to $200. So, yeah. While it's not a huge difference price-wise from when I first bought it, it still increased in price. And that was over the course of 6 years. Because usually memory goes down, I wouldn't say quickly, but it goes down like gradually as the years go on. Samsung, yeah, it is a Samsung NVMe. It is a, if you want a specific model, it is the 990 EVO. Not the 990. Mine is the 970 EVO. 2 terabyte NVMe M2 internal solid state drive with VNAND technology. I have no clue what those words mean, but that's what I own. And I'm loving it. You're heading to bed? All right, later, gamer kid. Holy crap, it's really late for you. You gotta go to sleep, man. In fact, what time is it for me? It's 11:50. Oh shoot, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I did not know we were going for that long. Okay, here's what we'll do. We will stream for another 9 minutes. How's that sound? Another 9 minutes, and then we'll call it there. Okay? We'll hit 2 hours, so that way, it's nice and clean, that 2 hour mark. But yeah, don't worry, you guys got me for a little bit longer. I got a 2 terabyte 980 on sale back in 21. What? How much did it cost? I think the one that I bought, it was not on sale, as you could probably tell. It was $330. I was expecting you to say another hour. Emersona, I was almost gonna say 9 hours. We'll stream for another 9 hours, but thankfully I was actually aware of like the words that were leaving my mouth. So I was able to make sure that I didn't get people's hopes up. Don't worry. We won't be going for 9 hours, even though I'm pretty sure that some of you guys would be down for that. I don't know if I could do that. 9 hour marathon? No. No, Plasma. We're not going for 9 hours. No marathon. The only marathon that you're going to get is, someone made a reference to Destiny, so I'm going to make a reference to marathon. The only marathon that you'll get is on the PS5. Just kidding. You have an air conditioner? Yes. Could you hear? I apologize if that background noise is a little annoying. There's really not much I could do about it. I mean, I could turn it off, but if I were to turn it off, I would probably be like, I would be just like melting. And I don't think anyone really wants to listen to me melt live on stream. What brand? Toshiba. Yeah, it's a Toshiba branded air conditioner. You should make a Jack Frost emote for the live chat. Oh, 1020. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know if Xi Jinping is here, but thanks to Xi Jinping's efforts, we were able to unlock some more emote. What is the word? Some more slots for emotes. So we have, I'm assuming, because he did another 10. God, that guy is, I love the guy, but I really hope that he's not like putting himself into a freaking hole. But he did 10 today, and I believe that was enough to get me another emote slot. So we should have 2 emote slots that are open, and I appreciate you reminding me, 1020, because I still need to fill those up. And I want to fill them up before we lose those memberships, because I don't know if YouTube's just like, you don't have the members anymore. Fuck you. You're going to lose that slot now. So I'm going to definitely fill that up later on. I do have an icon, an emote that I had to remove, so that way I can make room for another emote. So I already at least have one emote that I know I could put up, but I'm going to have to think of like another one to put for the second emote slot. I don't know what though. Jack Frost emote. I wonder what kind of Jack Frost. Should I just make like the face or something? I could probably do like the face, but I don't know if that'd look good like in emote form. Actually, I'm looking at the emotes right now that you guys posted. You know what? I feel like it'd be big enough to be able to look good. Yeah, you know what? If I can't think of anything else, I think I'll just make a straight up just Jack Frost face for the emote. All right, you guys got me there. You guys got me there. I listen to you because you guys sometimes have some pretty good ideas. Hee hee. Ahmad, my boy, you just turned into freaking Michael Jackson right now. Tianjin Zhong Huan SATA SSD. What is that like a brand? Tianjin Zhong Huan SATA? I don't think I've ever heard of that brand before, but if it's cheap, please send me that link, because memory's pretty fucking dire right now here in America. Jack Frost icon Megaton on the Google search. I mean, I could do that, but I think I have because does anyone remember on Twitter, for those who have the patience to use Twitter, but I think either last year or 2 years ago, there was this trend where people were posting or making variations of the yeah reaction from the Wii U's Miiverse social media thing that they had back then. And so people were making their variations, and I ended up making a Jack Frost variation. So I should have the Jack Frost face just hanging around somewhere on my computer. So I don't even have to go on Google. I just got it straight up in my Photoshop drive. It's from China. Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of assumed as such that it was from China, going off of its name. I definitely haven't heard of it, but if it's cheap, yeah, I might have to consider getting that. But also, I don't know. I don't know if it would be good. I don't want to, like, you know, say that like everything from China is bad, but you know, some things are like, some things can be cheap, but also maybe not the most like well made. Of course, that goes for everything, but you know, and I sound fucking racist. I'm sorry, my Chinese brethren. You guys make some really good stuff. It's now owned by TCL. Oh, okay. Hey, that's a brand that I know. My brother used to have a TCL branded TV, and it sucked. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was a TV. It was a 4K TV. But you know, that sounds good. But the unfortunate thing is that it was a 4K TV that was a dumb TV. So you know, you've heard of smart TVs, and you know, that's like the evolution of TVs, because you know, we went from normal TVs to having smart TVs. But my brother had a dumb TV, and you know, you could probably infer what a dumb TV is. It didn't have like access to any smart features. It didn't have access to the internet. It didn't have access to anything really. It was just a straight up just TV. And due to that, it was lacking in a lot of features. Not even just like forgetting like the smart feature stuff. Like it just had like the most bare bones of features. It it had very little in regards to like IO. There was you know, there was not that many ports on that thing, and yeah, it was not the best TV in the world. Of course, you know, he had that TV. He no longer has it anymore. He actually got a new one recently. He got a Samsung TV, and I actually had the pleasure of using it, you know, recently because I went to his house. But yeah, it's actually not that bad. It's kind of freaky how like Samsung has like the TV like almost visually on par with like the way that the phone UI, like the Samsung phone UIs look. It's so weird to see, like, because it doesn't look like it should be on a TV at all. It looks like it should like be on my fucking phone screen. But you know, I don't mind it because it's like something familiar. But it's just really odd. You know, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to like, you know, bring everything together. But I don't know. All right, we have hit 2 hours. We have hit the 2 hours mark. I can't believe we've been going for this long. So I'm going to start winding down the stream right now. So if there's anything that anyone needs to ask me, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to try and shoot your shot and see if you could get yourself a slice of pizza from me, because I still have about half of a pizza and a half left over, you know, you could ask, you could see where that could take you. So whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to say, if there's anything on your mind, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Hey, Emil, welcome to the stream. You just got here at the worst possible time. I'm starting to end things right now. Give pizza or I'll spend money on Steam. No, I won't give pizza. No pizza for you. Now go buy yourself that game that you've been eyeing, Emersona. Shit, stream's over. I know, Emil. I'm sorry. I feel really bad whenever that happens because, you know, it happened to you. I think last stream, it happened to like someone who came in the moment that I was ending. It hurts a lot, but, you know, I gotta end the stream at least sometime. You know, I can't keep going on for a 9-hour marathon, as someone else stated in the comments. Have an excellent evening, morning, afternoon, everyone. Yeah, man, thank you. I will. I'm gonna have an excellent night, that's for certain. I still need to finish up my pizza. I'm still hungry. I've been going like the speed of like a freaking snail. I think I've only ate 3 slices because I've just been so busy talking with chat. I just can't help myself. You know, you guys just have like a stranglehold on my attention. I don't know how you guys do it. You guys are just that charismatic. I'll buy Hitman. Do it. Buy Hitman, buy all the DLC, buy everything. Even buy Hitman Absolution. I don't care. Buy it all. Buy it all. You know you wanna spend that money. Only 3 slices. I know. But like I said, I was, you know, busy talking to chat. Make it 11. No, we're not doing 11 hours. We're not doing 10. You guys are nuts. You guys are crazy. Although that would be pretty fun. I know I've done like 8-hour streams before when I was playing like Persona 3 Reload, which, you know, speaking of Steam, I've actually been eyeing buying some stuff off of Steam during the because Sega currently has their sale going on right now. So they have like, you know, Sega games, they have Atlas games that are currently on sale, and I've been eyeing some of the Atlas games. I've also been eyeing some Sonic games, you know, not because of like Fortnite or anything, but I've been wanting to get Sonic Origins for the longest because, you know, I'm a big retro gamer, and Sonic games, the original Sonic games, they always hit, they always go hard, and I just been wanting to play Sonic, like the Hedgehog, like the first Sonic the Hedgehog, for quite some time. I've been wanting to do it on my Genesis, but I just haven't had the chance to get myself like a copy. And, you know, if I'm going to play it anywhere, I guess I may as well, you know, play it where it's like the most like updated and stuff. You know, you get the spin dash and stuff in Sonic Origins. Of course I'm going to want to play it there. Actually, I don't even know if that's the case. I might be lying about that. I bought Total War Warhammer 3, but my potato computer can't play it. I am so sorry to hear that, Emil. You know, I've had that happen before in the past where I would buy... Damn. That actually... Dude, that reminds me when I was younger, and, you know, I was starting to get, like, you know, very curious about PC gaming. And I remember thinking about, I was just like, wow, I could play a game on my PC? And I was, you know, I was young, I was stupid. I obviously didn't have the knowledge to to know what to do with, like, computers. So I remember, like, when they released GTA 4 for PC, I remember buying it, and I tried to use it. I tried to play it on like the family PC, and it would just crash all the time. Sometimes when I would get into like game, when I get in game, it would just be like the most slowest shit ever. And I was like, why is it not playing good? What the fuck? I want to play good game. But yeah, there was no way in hell I was gonna play GTA 4 on like a, I think it was like an HP, just like off the shelf PC that my mom bought for us. And yeah, it was not gonna run on that at all. I was able to get like, you know, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas to run, but I'm not getting fucking GTA 4 to run on there ever. But yeah, I know that feeling. But yeah, I do feel bad for you. Hopefully you could get yourself a good computer in the future. Probably not anytime soon because, oh, you said you're gonna buy a new PC soon. Okay, never mind. I take that back. You probably won't have to wait that long to get some Warhammer 3 in your life. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great night, great evening, great morning, whatever it is in your neck of the woods. I hope it's a great time for you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. See you later. I'm gonna put the standby on. One last thing. Will you ever use the Little Big Planet background music? What? Which background music? Little Big Planet has a lot of music in the games, and I mean that's very vague, because I know that they have the music that plays like in the main menu. They have the music that plays in the levels. Like, what background music are you speaking of? Any in general? That okay? Well, in that case, I don't know, because that is a lot of music. I don't know what music would be good to play, and some of it is licensed too, so I don't know if I'd be able to. Oh, the main menu music. Maybe. I mean, it would be very vibey. It's not like too crazy. It's like the perfect music to have playing in the background, so potentially. But I do really like having like this kind of music, like SNES music playing the background. It's very, very, you know, it fits me very well. I don't know how to describe it, but like the Last Bible soundtrack, the Majin Tensei soundtrack, it's almost my brand at this point. It almost feels like I'm associated with it, at least to me. I'm not trying to like get a big head or anything and say like, oh, whenever someone hears Last Bible music, they immediately think of Wolf397. They don't even know my name. But you're the trademark. I am not. I was just joking. But I do feel like I associate myself, my streams, my videos, etc. with Majin Tensei and Last Bible, because I just been playing it in like my content for so long that it's like become a part of me in a way. I like fuse together with the Last Bible soundtrack. But maybe, you know, it wouldn't hurt to branch off and, you know, get some new, like, background music. After all, variety is the spice of life. It's morning in Malaysia. All right, sounds good. I hope you have a great morning, Ahmad. And for everyone else, I hope you have a great night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Later. Da, da. I'm gonna take a bite of pizza before I stop the stream.